do a little bit of yoga. We're going to do with the yoga also working with our, not only the blood, our oxygen, our muscles, bone, everything. We're going to be kind of cleansing, working with our lymphatic system. We kind of get it, kind of gets backed up, kind of gets tight, gets our faces puffy, our fingers, kind of we feel puffy all over. We may not feel as much energy. We may feel more run down. We may feel blocked, even sinuses and everything, kind of all uncomfortable and kind of filled or puffy. So I'm going to explain some. We'll do the facial first, lymphatic cleansing kind of, and then we'll go into the body, how that works. And then we'll do some movements. We'll do some ones that'll help to kind of change out and switch and kind of help our body to kind of release that tightness, kind of loosen to kind of get everything flowing really well. So we'll get a little bit of everything today, and then take your time. The big thing is not to rush, just to do what you're comfortable with. So when we think of lymphatic cleansing, it's just to kind of help open up, to kind of let it drain and go into, our liver, to drain it out, to go out of our body, to help us to release it, because it's all around our blood capillaries, all around our body, everywhere. There's over 400 to 500 capillaries and lymph nodes that are all through the body. And a lot are centered here, a lot under the arms, stomach, all the way through and here, behind the legs and down. So they're all through our body, and it kind of regulates our lymph nodes too that are in different areas. They're all connected and help our body to work. There's more lymphatic fluid in our bodies than there is blood. So it's really a big part of keeping our systems working, keeping our body working better, keeping us feeling better. So when you see lymphatic cleanses or cleanses, you kind of think of more the facial ones. We'll start with that in just a moment, but we're going to start at the very center. So you're thinking of in your chest here, right in this whole area, is where it's kind of like opening to flow out, to get rid of it out of your tissue. So everything will be coming from here and up and going out through here. So you want to unblock this area first. So you're just going to, and you don't have to press very hard. I kind of tend to do it a little hard because I'm not thinking about it, but you don't have to press too hard. It actually is right along the skin here, and also in the area kind of just where you had that little part here, so sometimes I just press all around here so I make sure I get that area. So that area, and also kind of cleansing or tapping, getting it out here, that's all going to help open that area up to flow out. And from there, you want to work out. So sometimes you can start with the head, face, and work down, then work from the arms and kind of brush it in. Also from your chest, kind of pressing and around the back and arms underneath to flow. So we'll practice some of that as we go. I'm going to start, I kind of almost went through some of it, but I'm going to start with the face. So when you do the face, it's really good to have an organic oil, not a lotion with perfume especially in it. You don't want any paraben, phthalates, or anything. So just like a rose hip oil, which is really good and soaks into your skin. Also jojoba acts a lot like your skin oils. Castor oil is a little more gummy feeling, so I don't always use castor oil for doing that, but you can get some very good, even olive oil, a really good olive oil that is pure is a really way to do it too. So just a good oil. And so before I started, I just took some of this and put it on my hand. I'll set it down on my hand, and just a good drop of it, and then just kind of rubbed it all in my face. But it's also good once you're done, like rubbing it in really good and around your neck and stuff, just to make sure you have a little on your hands, because it's really kind of releasing that tightness so it's not so dry and will move really smoothly. So you can use different things along with it. You can use like the like a quartz rolling ball to press that out as you're doing it. The smaller end can be around near the eyes, pushing that out as you're doing it. They work really good, real simple. I did have one of those guave or one of those stones. They're flat, but they have like a little angles. So they just kind of, they have like a little V almost angle that kind of can come around your chin or flatter sides to go. They work really good, but I broke mine just before class, dropped it on my tile floor. So anyway, those are nice additions. And also like a light brush, just this one just has a little bit of texture. Those work well, kind of brushing too, you can do at different times, really works well. So those are some things you can use. Today I'm just going to use my hands. So when you think about it, your hands, good moistured lotion with a little pure oil. If you're doing a lotion, you know, use like a coconut oil or something, again, that doesn't have preservatives, doesn't have any chemicals in it and no perfumes. You want to kind of stay away from that because it's soaking into your skin that whole time. So first, when we start again, you kind of loosen up. So just for a few rubs here, or you can tap even lightly, or so sometimes they start there or they start through here, right above the collarbone also. It's a great way to just kind of loosen that up. And again, it doesn't have to be hard, just kind of in a circular motion or kind of just pressing down gently. And I sometimes like to go through that whole collarbone area because it just kind of feels relaxing, feels a little bit refreshing. So again, just 8 to 10 kind of rubs helps to, again, that's the opening up where it's all flowing out from. So then if you think about your neck, there's places like right in the back of the neck and right behind the ear where that bone is, to kind of just rub there, maybe 8 times or 10 around. And again, with that lotion on your hand and also along your neck and stuff, so soft and refreshing, kind of just makes that feel so good. And then we're going to just start at the jaw, and we're just going to kind of almost like you're pressing your thumb and you're making a little bit where it's kind of like a V. So it kind of just press and pull back and press and pull back. So you're just doing that little V kind of right under the chin, pulling back. And again, it doesn't have to be too hard. I'm kind of exaggerating a little bit so you can kind of tell. It's just pulling it back. And now you're just going to press down the neck. So again, pressing in that little V, pressing that out and down the neck. Great, we'll do a couple more. And down the neck. So again, we're kind of opening up all this area to drain out. Then as we move up, that's all going through the open areas that go down and flow out. So again, just take your time. And you can do it with one hand or both. You know, you can kind of do, if it feels better to do one side or the other, does not matter. It's just about kind of just opening that up, kind of getting a little below. You can even use 2 fingers going below and above. You need to feel that a little better. So again, you're getting that flowing out. Loosens that up. So next we're just going to press with our hands right, or your knuckle from your finger, right on either side of the nose, right in that area, right in between. And all you're going to do again is little circles, nice and easy. And when we're done with kind of just loosening that up, we'll do a little more yoga and almost like a Tai Chi movements to help our lymphatic system move. So you're just doing those circles, and again, not real hard. So here we're going to just press out top of the cheekbones, kind of under the eyes, out. And then we're just going to, nice and easy, just kind of let it go right back. And again, about 8 to 10 times. And you can also go under the cheeks. But again, you can kind of feel that loosening up. Great, to loosen up in here, we're just going to go right in between the eyes at the top of the forehead, and we're just going to make circles there. And it's Just nice, kind of where it kind of nice and easy again. So just taking your time. And now we're going to put our fingertips apart and just go on each side of the ear, and we're just going to press down. Just down the neck. So just right along and down the neck. So again, you can do that 8 to 10 or just even 5 minutes, depending on how much time you're able to spend on it. So just take your time, kind of loosening that up. So again, you know, it really helps. You know, sometimes even just rubbing on the back of the neck kind of helps release that off. Great. So next we're going to relax the arms, and we're going to just bring our hands, and you can do one side. You're going to just kind of bring it, pull, like you're just grabbing the arm, kind of pulling it up. Or you can do both at the same time, just kind of pulling up. So you're just kind of grabbing that up. And it doesn't have to be real hard, but just so you're going kind of where your armpit is, kind of hanging on, and just pull lightly. And that's really helping through those lymph nodes, through the tops, kind of letting that go. You can also just kind of rub your arm down, kind of almost like you can do when you're doing that, like brushing, you know, kind of to loosen that up. You don't have to do that part, because if you hit those main areas, the neck, chest, the arms, neck here, under the arms, and then we'll show you more as we kind of go. So you're kind of loosening that up. You can even kind of pull from the back, kind of pulling back if you'd like. It just kind of helps to loosen up all that, the lymph nodes that are all along here. So next you're going to just press like you have right at the top, middle of the ribs. And you're just going to press there. Just making a circle or just pressing in gently, whatever way you'd like, that you feel that breath, that best area getting compressed a little, because there's a lot of lymphatic that can press from there. So again, we're opening up again as we go down, so it all from other areas are flowing up and out. So again, just kind of where it is, that area, that center, it goes there. So again, just on each side if you'd like, a little kind of pulling it forward and relax. So we've got here. And then your abdominals is right through here. You're just going to do it clockwise. And again, you're just pressing, and you use both hands to press a little firmer, but it doesn't have to be too hard. It's just getting that lymphatic fluid flowing. And as you're pressing, it kind of presses the back of the abdominals. So again, take your time. And the next area is just through the top of the legs. So you're just kind of pressing. So again, you can kind of tap it. You can press that. So you're just getting the top of the legs here. Just that crease right between. Just kind of right. Comfortable? Great. And sometimes people do too. They kind of press from the back, kind of get from the seat area, just kind of pressing forward to kind of loosen up any of the lymphatic that kind of gets held there too. But this will help to help it drain, and then also up behind your knees. So you're just pressing again 5 to 8 or 10 times. And it doesn't have to be too hard. It's going to help you loosen up. And again, too, you can kind of press and kind of just pull that up, even from your ankles. Just loosens up. So again, that's all flowing, all emptying out through here to go to your liver, your kidneys to work out. Get it out. So drink some water. Make sure you're drinking water. Make sure you're moving. And after people do the lymphatic cleanse then too, they just kind of just shake it out. So you're just shaking it out. And then I'll show you some movements that help too. So it just kind of lets it all shake out. Just lets it go. So again, just kind of lets you go. That's why a rebounder, you know, the little trampolines, those little rebounders or trampolines are so good because you can bounce very lightly, hardly with any effort, and really shake and kind of loosen up your body to get that blood flowing, lymphatic to drain out. So next what we're going to do is we're going to do some moves to release that all, and then we'll do a little yoga at the end to finish up. So the first one we're going to do is just swing the hands back as you bend down, reach up, reach back, reach up. So you're just kind of swinging them back like you're just throwing something down behind you, and just nice and easy. And you can come up onto your toes if you'd like. Don't hit the floor with your hands, so take your time. And you're just kind of really swinging them and relaxing. Great, great. The next one we're going to do, legs a little farther apart. Here we're going to just reach over and over, over. Great, just nice and easy. Feel anything in your back, you can always rest a hand on or arm on the leg you're reaching toward. Next, we're going to put one leg ahead, one back, and here we're going to do like a windmill. So you're just going to do where you're just give it, 8 or 10, and turn the other way, and again, just that side again. And just do it gently. Next thing I'm going to do is just forward, and here we're going to just reach and reach, kind of just press the shoulders each way. So just kind of bringing them across. You can bend down a little more, each one if you'd like, but again, just listen to how you feel. Here, just put our hands, just go to each side. You don't have to go very fast. Go nice and slow. Great. And now we're just going to reach, 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 reach. And again, as far as you're comfortable. Now we're going to just relax. So once you kind of feel that kind of comforting, draining, kind of feeling like you're loosening up, kind of getting rid of that lymphatic fluid, your body is getting that blood, oxygen, everything going through your body that much more. It's really good to kind of end at the end here now. We're just going to relax. We're going to place our feet on the floor. Deep breath up, reaching up. And breathe out, bend at the waist, knees a little bit bent, just reaching toward the floor or your ankles. So again, wherever you're comfortable, no farther. Deep breath in, we'll slowly raise up, reach up. And here we're just going to reach our arms back just a little as we look up toward the ceiling and relax. So again, you can do that, or you can put your hands behind your hips and look up towards the ceiling. Pull the shoulders back a little bit and relax. Great. So again, take your time, listen to your body. No pain is allowed. And then also, if you're breathing in, filling up lower abdominals and stomach, Breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can, whether it be for 10 or 15 breaths, or to do it now when we're doing the deep, like yoga, few postures. You really are working your lymphatic system from the inside out, because you've got so many of the lymph nodes and lymph vessels and everything through your whole body here, that doing those deep breaths is another way to cleanse and getting your body to work better. So just taking your time, breathing in and out. We're going to do a side bend now, out as far as you're comfortable. Still breathing in, filling lower abdominals and stomach. Breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can. Deep breath in. So deep breath in now again. As you breathe out again, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can with each breath. Going as far as you're comfortable only. Deep breath in, relax back. So we'll do one more on each side. Breathing in and out through the nostrils as much as you can really purifies, warms, and moistens that air. Great. And a deep breath in. As you breathe out, press as far as you're comfortable, letting that remain. Relax back. We're going to do the warrior. So think about the right foot coming forward, left one back. Toes can be to the side a little bit. Focus on an object ahead. So here, I'm just going to raise up overhead. And again, wherever you're comfortable. Or you can hang on to a chair. You can go near a chair and do the same thing. So from the front, it's just like that. So you can hang on to that chair if you need. And now we'll switch, left one ahead, right one back. Because you want to do each side. And reach overhead. Great. And then deep breath in, relax. As you can see, even with the yoga, we just did the few poses at the end here. Keep that breathing going. We're going to finish right now, right here. So you just want to keep breathing as you're seated on the floor and doing yoga, or you're on your hands and knees doing yoga, or you're standing. All those movements kind of press and stimulate your lymphatic system. Your nodes get kind of compressed and relaxed and work well together. Any of that reaching, any bending forward kind of scrunches, really gets your stomach, knees a little bent, kind of presses, and then when you release, it flows that much stronger through. So besides the massaging, besides using the roller or the guai stones, you can also, to help, they sometimes have these, sometimes in the bath departments, and these are kind of a little bit rubbery. These are a little hard, but a little softer might be nice. You can kind of rub the areas that you want to help it work. You can kind of even rub it across the chest or just a little above the collarbone here to kind of loosen it up. That's another thing you can use when you're kind of helping with the lymphatic system. And many times you've always seen with like a natural horsehair brush to do the brushing. And they have diagrams that you can find online to help you kind of go through the motions. But if you kind of think of mainly clearing out through here, getting it through this area to help it all unlock, get unblocked, get everything kind of going then and flowing, it's amazing how much better you can feel. So you can do it with soap in the shower some. You can do once you get out and maybe you towel dry lightly, and you might want to do it putting a very clean oil on, because you really are soaking that in and working it into your body to help all the areas and feel so much better. Many times they say 3 times a week is how many times you might want to do it. Some people, they only do the face, but really think about those other areas that can really kind of loosen up under the arms, just kind of brushing with those brushes. They do just a nice kind of just brushing up and kind of clearing that out. You'd think it wouldn't make much of a difference, but even just doing it just this time, I can feel my head feels lighter. I feel not so congested. And you'll see hopefully a difference in how you feel, and maybe the way you're holding on to fluid will just improve and not back up so much. You'll feel better. So thanks for joining, and have a wonderful day. Bye.